Hello, everybody. Welcome to TESL 2250. I'm so glad you can join our course. The purpose of this video is just to talk a little bit about how our course is going to go for this semester. So the first part of this is just going to talk a little bit about our course format. We will discuss course outcomes and assignments, and then I'm going to give you a few study suggestions in this short video. So I will show this information in class, but this is Structure and Varieties of English. Please note the course record number here, 33570. So if you need to do anything with adding or dropping classes, you need the course record number, or CRN, and that's what you see there. My name is Christina Fithian. I'll be your instructor for this class. You can find my email here and my phone number. Now, for office hours, my office hours are going to be in GC 009. These will happen on Mondays and Tuesdays from 11:45 to 12:45. Now, that will be for the first 8 weeks. There is a possibility I may have to switch my office hours only to Zoom for the second 8 weeks. But if that happens, I will let you know well in advance. Okay, so this is a hybrid class. What that means is that this is a blend of online learning and in-class collaboration. So most of the week you are studying materials that are online, and then we get together on Fridays from 11 to 11:50 in GC 004. And during that time, when we get together, we're going to be actually collaborating a lot more and working on sentence diagramming and a lot more collaborative activities. So when you're online for the first part of the week or for the majority of the week, this is where you're going to be watching videos, you're going to be completing readings, and you're going to be taking weekly quizzes. You're also going to participate in an online weekly discussion board, and you'll be working on your projects and submitting the majority of your assignments on our Canvas page, which I'll show you when we get into class. So in class, we're going to work in small groups, and what we're going to be doing is applying the concepts from the videos and the readings that we learned online. So it is very important to complete the videos and the readings and the quizzes before you come to class. So let's talk about outcomes. Outcomes just means what we want you to be able to do and know by the time you finish this class. So our first outcome means identify and explain the linguistic, philosophical, and cultural issues inherent in different approaches to language in grammar. So again, there are a lot of different approaches we're going to discuss about how we analyze grammar, how we study grammar, and there are a lot of different cultural issues that come up with these, philosophical, also linguistic issues that come up with these. So that's one of our outcomes. The second outcome is to recognize and identify the structural features of English syntax. Demonstrate an ability to define these features and dissect them in a traditional diagram. That should say a traditional diagram. So what we're going to be doing is sentence diagramming. In other words, sentence trees. So that's our second learning outcome, identifying those parts and the structure of English and identifying how to create trees to diagram them. Finally, the third outcome is to recognize the difference between grammar and usage and explain the differing social relevance of both. Grammar, as we're going to find out in the next video, comes with a lot of loaded connotations, and you may also have some connotations and ideas about grammar yourself from your upbringing and your schooling. And we're going to discuss the difference between, how grammar is used in different social contexts. What I would like for you to do before you come to class on Friday is look over the syllabus on Canvas. And in just a minute, we'll go over there. I'll also show you in class where to go for all of this information too. Okay. So we have a number of assignments that are going to be due. Some of them are due every single week. Others are due maybe every couple of months or so throughout the semester. The first thing that we're going to have is a weekly quiz. Now, that weekly quiz is due every Friday. I recommend you try to do the weekly quiz before Friday, as I said in my previous slide, but you can do this quiz every Friday. You can do it as many times as you want. You have until 11:59 at night to do that quiz on Canvas. We also have our weekly discussion board. The idea here is you do your initial post or response to the discussion board prompt on a Monday or Tuesday. So Tuesday, that initial discussion board post is due, and then you need to do a reply post to a classmate on Thursday. So that's the very latest. Of course, you can do those things a little bit earlier, that's going to be our weekly discussion board. We also have 2 exams, a midterm and a final. Those will primarily be a lot of sentence trees, so we would be doing those in class. And then we'll also have 2 reports, and you're going to have a research matrix that you're going to need to fill out for each of those the week before. That's just so that I know that you're getting good quality information and you're using it appropriately. And finally, we're going to have 2 short presentations in the semester. And these ones are really short, maybe just a couple of minutes long. You're going to pick a grammatical concept and you're going to introduce your class to it. So these are going to be really useful as we go throughout. So again, you want to take a look at this in Canvas. Make sure you look at the calendar in Canvas and you're going to see that. So let's head over to Canvas now and let's take a look at that. I can find it. Oops, sorry. Give me a second here. Sorry about that. All right. Okay. So when you log on to Canvas, well, the first thing you should do is look at your dashboard. Now, it's not letting me do that because I'm in student view right now, but you're going to look at your dashboard and you're going to look for our class. Now, our class is Structure and Varieties of English. You may have other Canvas courses as well. So let's go ahead and click on that. Okay. And you're going to see a page that looks like this. Now, there's not a whole lot going on our Canvas page right now because I usually will enable the modules every single week at the very latest by Saturday morning. So every Saturday morning, you can check for the next week's module. Right now, you're just going to see week 1 because that's the only thing that we're doing for this week. Now, if you click on this, you're going to see all of the week 1 activities. Now, the first things you're going to see are the videos. And there's 2 videos. They're not linked right now because I'm recording them. But once I finish recording them, I'm going to link them here. You're also going to see the readings, so make sure you do those. And then there may be a few other videos and readings that you see. So make sure you proceed throughout each of these videos and readings in order. You're also going to see your weekly assignments linked here. Okay, so as I mentioned before, we have the weekly quiz and we have the weekly discussion. There's also a little course information survey. I need to get some information about you for this course. And then the class notes will be from our in-person class. There may be additional class notes that I compile and post there as well too from the videos. Okay, so make sure you're taking a look at that. You'll see a pretty simple menu over here. We're on the home page. You'll need to go over to the syllabus, and please make sure you read through that syllabus very carefully. Okay, and if there's any questions, of course, please don't hesitate to ask. The modules will bring you right back to the page we saw before. If you want to check your grades, you can do that there. If you need to email me, you can use the people icon or you can use the inbox as well. If we do need to go to Zoom later in the semester, that will be on this link as well that you see here. So that's our Canvas page. Please make sure you take a look at that and familiarize yourself with it. If you're not familiar with Canvas, let me know and I can help you with that. All right. So I would suggest a few things throughout this class. Since we are a hybrid class, you're going to be pretty self-disciplined. And for some folks, that might be really easy. Some of you are already really self-disciplined, but for other folks, that might be a little bit more of a challenge. So my biggest suggestion is start early. Start early on the weekly assignments. As I said, I'll try to get them up there by Saturday, the week before. So you could even start on the weekend if you need. Try to reflect on what you're learning, not only on what you're learning, but also what your previous ideas about language and grammar were. Try to apply those ideas as much as possible. And finally, reach out. If you have any questions whatsoever at any point in the process, please talk to me. Please ask me any questions. And it's much better and easier if you can ask questions earlier than if you get lost or confused and it's toward the end of the semester. So reach out to me, reach out to your classmates. Sometimes your classmates can understand things a little bit differently or better than you may have understood. So that's always a really good suggestion when you're starting out, okay? All right, so we talked a little bit about the course format. We looked at our Canvas page a little bit. We talked about some outcomes and assignments, and we finished off with some study suggestions. I look forward to seeing you all in class. Bye-bye.